Yo gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the good and the bad in owning an M249 saw. Isn't she beautiful? I absolutely love this rifle. Yes, it is civilian grade, it is semi-automatic, but it does not take the fun out of actually shooting this beast. Now, it does come in at a very hefty price point at $10,000, but trust me, 10,000, yes, it's a big number, but you will not regret it. It is a world of fun. I absolutely love it. And I believe what puts me on that scale to that loving versus hating is because I can actually shoulder this and shoot it from the shoulder. So that gives me that extra, you know, G.I. Jane type feel when I am shooting this. Another great thing is absolutely accurate. You set this up, these iron sights will get you dead on target every single time. When I did take it out for an accuracy test, I literally made the steel ring. And to me, that's all that matters, is actually getting on target and making it count, period. Okay, another thing is the trigger is kind of heavy, but I do understand and have to understand that this is more of a rifle that is intended to be fully automatic. So a heavier trigger, from how I mentally process how that works, would be ideal. So yes, you do find yourself getting a little worn out actually squeezing the trigger to get those shots out rapidly, especially when you are running it belt fed. So it kind of puts you in that little, tired. Oh, you're tired, but you're not exhausted. So before we go on any further, let me do a quick clear check. And this is how you would do so. You would lift this, you would engage these two buttons right here. And this is where you would actually feed your belt when you're getting ready to run the belt, if that's what it is that you're choosing to do so. Or you would load your magazine through this mag well right here. Now, as you can see, we have a lever here that will hold your upper up while you get yourself situated, and you would just engage this and slam that down. Once you slam that down, it is done and ready to go. When you're loading your brass, remember, when you're loading your belt, remember, brass to the grass. So that means that your links are actually facing up and your round is facing down. Okay, so again, I really don't have anything negative to say about this, but I can say that the ammo, like I was telling you before, it is a little more difficult to find your ammo already linked. It does come with additional links on there for you to just go ahead and do it. It is a little time consuming, but I highly recommend that you keep up with your links so that you can continue to reuse them. Now, this right here is the nutsack. Now, how this works is you would actually drop in your linked ammo. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can get probably about 100 in here at a time. If I can get this open. You will drop your... this shouldn't be this hard. Okay, anyway. You would drop your linked ammo inside and you would feed it through this hole right here. Feed it out. And you will actually insert it. You will actually insert it on this track right here, push it back, and that's where you would actually feed your belt. Now, another thing that I was quite disappointed in was it came in a cardboard box. For me to have paid $10,000 for this rifle and not have proper ways to transport it is quite disheartening. Because now I have to go out and find me a nice case that is, rated enough to carry something with this weight, and as well enough to protect it. So it'll take me back to, you know, those Pelican boxes and all that stuff. So it's putting me back another couple $100 just so that I can transport it. Now it does come with your bipods already incorporated with your lower. It also has a handle up here for you to get that moved around at your convenience. We do have pick rail on the top. I did not add any red dot or any type of scope on here because I enjoy the iron sights on this. And for me, I feel more of the accomplishment when you're actually shooting iron sights out at the range. It's not cheating per se, because obviously if you're getting major distance on a target, you're gonna need something to give you that that visual, because the human eye can only get you so far. But at 100 yards, 125, maybe 150 yards, your iron sights will work absolutely great. No problem out of that. Now your grip, it's again, this is something that is meant to be shot in the prone position. So the grip being just a regular non-rubberized grip is understandable, because you're really not going to be too mobile with this. You're not going to move around too much, unless if you are moving to get from one point to another point. Clearly you will have your handle grip at the top, and if need to be shot from the hip, that would also help you control that a lot more if need be. If need be. I'm not telling you that that's something that you should go out there and do or even try. But with that being said, yes, for transport purposes, this works. This is where it's at. Again, your barrel on this gets very, very hot very, very quickly, especially running it in fully auto. I have not had the experience with it in fully auto, but I can tell you, me running a few hundred rounds through the belt on this 249 saw, it is very, very hot very, very quickly. Now, the barrel replacement is quite easy to do and quite quick. You can do it very easily and quickly, but who has the time to be swapping out barrels to say just swap out barrels just to swap out barrels? No, that's not what we trying to do. But I would say that would be like the only downside of this, for me, in my opinion, would be: one, it comes in a cardboard box. Two, the trigger is kind of heavy, so it's really not a long time shooting rifle. Three, is there a three? I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing. It's just tedious actually finding your linked ammo and having to link your ammo with the links that you spent. But besides that, weighted, I'm okay with the weight. But besides that, I think those are the only things that I have found for myself to where I feel, no, one more thing. I have the hardest time unlinking that first round. Once you link your ammo, once your ammo is placed on the, I'm going to call that the carrier or whatever. So you're going to obviously have a link hanging over. Your round is going to come in through here. Once you slam this down and you go to charge it, to drop that first link and chamber that round, it honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you, it takes me about 4 tries. It's not a one and go, and no, it takes me literally about 4 tries. And as you're pulling it back, it doesn't even feel like it's loading or sitting the round properly, because the bolt does not move as if, it moves in a very delayed fashion. So I'm pulling it back. Obviously, you don't want to guide it back forward. You want to snatch it back and let it go so that it can move forward with enough force to, 1, drop the link, and 2, chamber that round. But I just can't get it. it will take me a few times. And maybe on my third or fourth pull, I would notice the length dropping from the right side, and that's how I would know that my 249 is now charged and ready. So if I can change that, and that's really not even a break or break either, but that's just, I'm just giving you my struggles with it. Transport is easy. If once it's out of your cardboard box and you need to take it wherever it is that you need to take it, to your table, to your mat, to your bin, wherever it is that you're taking it, transport is super easy and great. I don't think I told you that this was chambered in 556 NATO 223, so you can run either one of the two, whatever it is that you can find, you will not have a problem. I have been running both, and I have not experienced any issues with either round. And the price point on the 223 556, it's a more difficult, not a more difficult, it's a more easier round to find, and it's not so hard on the pocket. So you can go out there and shoot 5 to 1,000 rounds and really not be too hurt or about it. And trust me, it will happen and can happen very quickly when you're shooting this, because it is so much fun. I have a world of pros that I've shared with you. I have just a few cons that I've dealt with, my personal issues, or what it is that I have experienced with it. Now, when you're loading your magazine will sit right here in this magazine well. I've noticed I've personally had an issue with this mag release, engaging the mag release so that I can pull that magazine out. In the beginning of this, I just could not get it fed. I could not feed a magazine in here to save my life. I literally had to sit, play, maneuver, try. I did it in every configuration but the right configuration, obviously, because now I'm no longer having the problem. So don't give up on it. Yes, the belt fed is, where it's at, but if you run out, you can and you don't have anything else linked, you can continue to run with your magazine. Besides that, this thing is solid. It is an absolute solid, fun, enjoyable. If I can give you 20 more phrases as to how I feel about this, I would sit here and give them to you. But now, do I enjoy it more than the Barrett? I'm going to tell you why. The weight is how it weighs on the scale for me as far as the Barrett goes and as far as the 249 goes. Now, they are two totally different animals. The rush that the Barrett is going to give you is of no other. That is just the number one rush of a lifetime. But again, it's heavier, it's more cumbersome, it's a lot more expensive to shoot. It's an awesome range conversation starter, and it's great. I love the Barrett, but I favor my M249 more because it's so much easier for me to get around. It's way cheaper for me to shoot. I can shoulder it, as you guys know that I have been totally pressed about not being able to shoulder my Barrett. I can shoulder this. Again, the ammunition is super cheap and it looks badass. This is definitely another one of those conversation starters at the range. People love it. People always want, ask me to shoot. They enjoy it. I love to share these type of experiences with, people that I do run into in the range. They don't even know who I am or whatever. They just, it's just, if you don't have anything in common with anybody, once you get to that range, you have, the world in common. And that's where I love and enjoy the fact that people can come there no matter what your views are, whatever it is that you're going through at that time, or however it is you feel. But at the range, it's everything, it just goes out of the window. And I enjoy it and I love it. I love talking to everybody that's there. So, Yoke Gang, what do you think about the 249 saw? Let me know if you have one. Let me know if you've ever shot one. Tell me how you feel about it. Would it be something that you would be considering getting? Or is it, nah, That's just, you know how many guns I can get with $10,000. That's not even nothing that I'm worried about. But let me know, drop it in the comment. Let's start a conversation on this conversation piece. Yo, gang, y'all already know I love you for life. Thank you for joining.